I love my job.
Like it's a hand.
Woo! There you go. Whoops. I'll pop the toggle out. There we go.
Alright, going right? Wow, okay.
Took me an extra second there because I had a toggle fire. This canopy normally up is great. Okay. So, we're going to try to stay upwind, of course.
Okay, where you want to go?
So you see me back to your right. There you go. Good job. Okay, so you ride some brakes. Add quarter brakes. Yep, more. A little more. There you go. Let's just match up and see how it feels. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you're probably going to keep the brakes. Let's do a 180 to the right.
To the right, got it.
And go. There you go. Nice. Yeah, I love it. All right, so let's switch into rears for a sec. All right, go to rears. Whoop. A little twitchy. Stay forward.
They are touchy, yeah.
So how am I beating you? I'm on a 7-cell. All right, let's do back to the brakes.
Okay.
And let's see, 29, 180 to the right. But let me first fix my positioning. Okay, 180 to the right, and go. Nice job. Watch your heading. Beautiful. Nice. That's awesome. All right, let's do 90 left. We got a purple canopy. 90 left and go. Just a 90. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to go actually down. All right, so I'm going to spiral down a little bit. You can float in the brakes. I don't know, I always want to sing a waltz.
All right.
That's awesome. That's fun. Here it comes.
As long as you're having fun, well, do everything.
Hello, I'm Brian Germain, and I would like to help you become a better and safer skydiver. There's a lot of information that needs to be assimilated, and going to the drop zone is but one way to get that information. As a matter of fact, it may not be the best way, depending on who's teaching you and how much time they have to dedicate to your training. You may or may not get all the information that you need in order to get through the experience safely. And so what I introduce to you today is something I created called Parachute Flight Safety. It's a video series that is 8 hours long, and we tack on some extra materials on top of the existing 7 different programs, going from the very basic information about how parachutes fly, structure and function kind of topics, all the way up through more advanced accuracy concepts and navigational concepts, and the kind of stuff that you're going to need to know. And you'll get all this information, or almost all of it, if you hang it at the drop zone all the time for the next several months. But some of you haven't even gone to the drop zone yet, and you're just sort of thinking about it. And that's the perfect time to start, right here at home. You can start down this very long path of becoming a skydiver by studying, by learning, because things happen fast up there, and surprises do occur. Boom, there's something right. Didn't think of that one. Didn't know that could happen. So that's why I do what I do. All these hours that I spent talking to video cameras and talking in live video conferences with folks all over the world, individuals, groups, sometimes very large groups. This information seems to be really helping people. And some of you are going to be enjoying this stuff as instructors. You're going to be learning from the material that I put together so that you can teach your students better. And I think that's great. That's one of my favorite aspects of teaching, is, as they say, teach the teacher stuff. And I've done that in many, many countries where they gather together all the instructors from that country, and I teach them how to teach parachute flight better. Because that's really the hard part. There's lots of folks that will teach you how to fly your body in free fall. You just go to the wind tunnel, and there are amazing people who can really refine your skills in how to fly. But once the parachute's open, it gets complicated. And so that's where a guy like me comes in. All these years of designing and building parachutes and testing them out, many, many hundreds of different prototypes that I've built and tested and learned from. And so you're going to get the benefit of that information and of the empirical analysis of data that I've kind of drawn some conclusions that are different, that are distinct from what is normally taught, closer to the truth of what's actually happening, because I prefer to attack all this stuff from the perspective of science, of what is true, gleaned through actual tests, numbers, experiments, instruments, and separating out the confounding variables, so that we're not dealing in opinions, we're dealing in facts. So I hope that you take a close look at what we've got here in the Parachute Flight Safety video series on Adventure Wisdom. You can stream it, you can download it, you can even get a flash drive in the mail along with my book, which I think you'll find is very, very helpful as a companion to this program. It's called The Parachute and Its Pilot. People seem to really like it. On the 5th edition, I keep rewriting it and adding more material to it. As I continue to add more videos to the Adventure Wisdom, the library that's going to help you become safer. I know that I can't help everybody avoid every hiccup in this sport, but with enough effort on your part, I think you'll be able to get through this in a way that is pretty smooth, that you're able to get over that initial hump where you've got the information deficit and you don't really know what to do in every scenario. But if you fortify yourself with information, skydiving is very doable. It's a very reasonable thing to do, and it is absolutely worth it. Best thing I've ever done. So join me, Parachute Flight Safety. I'll see you there.
Down the hill, towards the target, onto the rears. I love my job.